Alright, here we are for a cold start video of our 93 Ford Bronco. It's a little two-owner. I'll go ahead and reach down here and grab a hold of the header so you can see it's nice and cold.
Buddy here?
got my little cold start buddy. Alright buddy, it's a 5-speed, so I'll go ahead and grab a hold of the clutch for you. You ready to fire her off? Okay, give her a rip. You can see it's nice and cold. Temperature gauge isn't up or anything. You see it's running nice and smooth. No smoking or anything like that. Just a little bit of cold weather condensation from sitting, but it's got a great sound to it with the exhaust and the headers. Got my boy turning the steering wheel so you can see the power steering pump working. But it's a killer truck. Hopefully you guys can stick around for the driving video and the underside video and all the walk around the exterior. So, all right, everybody, good luck. Can you tell them good luck, Angie?
No.
All right, here we are for a run and driving video of our little 93 Ford Bronco. Got no reserve, one owner, always in Washington State, just extremely dry and clean rust free truck. You see all the lights are really nice and clear. No fading out issues, not one brighter than the other. So she's idling nice and smooth, right where she should be, about 700-800. Got a really just killer rumble to it. You got the cargo light on so you can see that works. Got our license plate lights working, both of them of course. I like all the little stuff to work. You see your blinkers going, so. She's been idling for a little bit, so she's coming up in temperature. You can see, we already did the rear light, the rear window. We'll have to go ahead and do the 4-ways off. One thing, I mentioned in the video we have a new one of these coming. It's a whole new insert here. I'll include the old one if you want to, but I also got one of these guys coming. It's got a little crack on it I didn't mention before, but when you get it, this will be in the glove box, this will be in the glove box. And also with the Blue Streak replaced parts, because these are killer parts and they have lifetime warranty. Let's see here, got a little hung up there. But, alrighty, so we'll go ahead and you can hear the heater working. All different stages. You can hear the pitch difference of going over the AC. Now you can hear it kick in. Got the proper AC sound to it. Alright, one thing I didn't do is show you the hubs. Obviously you can see the e-brake works good, the light's on. It's a 5-speed, it's not getting away from us. Turns over really nice and smooth. I will click and show it into 4-wheel drive, but you know, obviously it's not wet or snowy out, but it's just really nice, smooth, and it works great. I've had it out in the gravel and clicked it on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the seatbelt in. You know, the seatbelt's got a little bit of wear, like I was talking about before. You know, it's cracked a little bit. There's a little bit of discoloring on some of them, but overall, really nice shape. So the rear defrogger does work. I've tested it out when it was really cold, and so it dried up the window and did that properly. It's got a little CD player. I can see the speakers have been replaced, and it sounds good. I can't tell looking through there what they are, but it looks like they might be Kenwoods or something. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and you know, it's got a fresh oil change, doesn't need any of that done. I'm going to go ahead and put it in reverse here. You see the RPM gauge works good. Now these 5-speed Broncos are just a blast to drive. The clutch is, you know, been previously replaced, so it's perfect. So if you're going down the road and you hit some snow, or you're coming up a gravel driveway and hit some mud, it's a shift on the fly 4-wheel drive. You just pull down and your light comes on. And then if you want to go into 4-low, you're gonna have to, you know, be stopped and go all the way down in it. But you'll hear it kick in, and then you know, if the hubs were turned in, it'd be hopping around and stuff. But if you want to get out of it, you just push it in and you'll see the light go out. So You know, your wipers work, the wiper switch has been replaced. You can see it's really nice and clear. You know, it's high, low, and then you get your intermediate speeds. But it is brand new wipers, and it's kind of warm out, so kind of catching up a little bit there. But they work perfect and all that stuff, no issues. You know, no lights coming on, and all the lights come on when you start it, so you know they're all working. You know, it doesn't have a real granny low first, so it's nice to actually use all 5 gears, unlike, you know, some of the other, you know, trucks from the 70s and stuff like that. It's a 4-speed, but it's basically a 3-speed, and you're doing 60. So this does great highway speeds. And the transmission just shifts like butter. The synchros aren't in bad shape. You can see it's nice and tight. You know, shifter isn't floating around. I mean, it's right into place. I mean, it's not going to come out. Shifts into third. You can see it going over these potholes. You know, you do get some interior rattles. This seat rattles a little bit. It's kind of the problem with, I guess, the front bench seats. But, you know, the nice V8 rumble will be music for you, or you can always crank up the CD player. Downshift into third. You know, just kind of lugging along, just cruising. It doesn't grind and going into any gear up or down, and it is not difficult. You don't all of a sudden get lost looking for fifth, looking for third. It's just a real easy, you know, basically shifts like it did new, right? How you'd want it and expect it. Now, if you're out of the state or out of the country, we can help ship. We have shippers that have shipped thousands of our vehicles, and if you need to store it here, that is definitely not going to be an issue. It will be inside. Hold on here, I'll get going through the gears. And I'm not flooring it or nothing, I'm just kind of giving it medium throttle. This is 4th gear. So, runs really nice and smooth. You'll see the speedometer does jump around a little bit, the needle. It does kind of bounce around a little bit. When you're kind of giving it accelerator, it does bounce around when you're kind of staying put. These are electronic, so it doesn't have like an actual speedometer cable, at least as far as I know. But it does bounce around a little bit, but the RPM gauge and all the other gauges stay put. I have had a 95 F-150 do the same thing. It drives really nice and straight. But now back to shipping. If you need to store it here, it'll be inside 100% of the time, out of the trees and the wind and the weather. If it's here for past 30 days, we'll move it to our storage facility, so it's out of the harm's way, and you know, we're not moving it in and out a whole lot. And I just ask if you help us pay for half that. It's we can put 2 vehicles in there, and it's $220 a month, so it'd be $110. Anything past 30 days, but again, you know, it's nothing that we're gonna hold you to. So that is where it'll go after 30 days. But if you want to store it here till spring, do a road trip, you know, you can fly in and drive this thing home. Brakes really nice and smooth. I'm gonna take you on this road here because there's a bunch of patch jobs and potholes. I mean, this truck just drives super nice and straight, smooth. You know, it's got that redhead steering box, you know, tie rods and the drag links and all that stuff were done not too long ago. Going to 4th there. Most of the rattling you're gonna hear is this little seat, this headrest right here. You can pop it out and you'll lose the rattling, you know, but or it's stuff that's sitting in the glove box. So we're gonna come in here and do some tight S-curves. I'm gonna go into 3rd gear. The brake's really nice and smooth. There's not any shaking or pulling or anything like that. Gives you good resistance going through, and then once it bounces back to center, you see no lights coming up, and we're up to temperature, great oil pressure. Gonna go into 2nd. I mean, these 5-speed Broncos, they're really a blast, especially the V8s. You know, that get some exhaust in them. You can kind of hear that. It's kind of cool because it's got this total like brochure stock look to it. just a completely untampered outside, but it's just got this nice little V8 rumble, and it kind of, you know, with the maintenance history that you see on Carfax, the logbook, and then kind of like the headers and the exhaust, it kind of gives you an insight into the owner. You know, he was he definitely cared about his Bronco and wanted to take care of it and enjoyed it. So this is going to no reserve. I hope the next second owner enjoys it, and good luck, everybody. If you need any additional videos, any additional photos, please don't hesitate to reach out, or if you see something that you know you think